Textile rings used in head carrying has been a technique that's been used for thousands of years independently across different civilizations, and it's a technique that's still used today. Head carrying is the act of carrying large loads on the head, and my research focuses on understanding how these textile rings allow these women to carry 70% of their body weight. Textile rings are often made from natural fiber textiles. Natural fiber meaning fibers that are found naturally, like cotton linen blends. They're folded and twisted and wrapped into a donut shape and then placed on the head. These rings distribute these large loads on top of the head, as well as cushion the head from the different types of objects that they're used to carry. A lot of this information is passed down from generation to generation and not documented in a scientific way. And my research really focuses on doing that to understand the day-to-day engineering that's used in these agricultural communities, but not necessarily talked about or studied. Some of the experiments that we're doing to really understand the behavior of these textile rings is we're taking differently wrapped textile rings and placing them on top of a mannequin head, and then we're compressing them with large loads and understanding the behavior as well as understanding how wrapping style affects the stiffness of the ring. For the second test, I'm trying to understand how thin fabric sheets bend as I continue to add twists. Applying a point load to the center of the fabric allows us to observe how it bends. We can control the bending rigidity of the fabric by adding twists to the structure. Another type of test that we're doing is we're taking these large congruent sized textiles, whether it's cotton linen blend, pure cotton, or even silk, and crumpling them in tubes using the same large loads that we use to crush the textile rings. Through experimentation and wrapping these textile rings, I've noticed that wrapping style definitely affects the stiffness of the ring, and this then affects how the load is distributed and how the ring feels on top of the head. Wrapping styles that mainly use fold and wrapping techniques conform to the head a lot more cushioning, and then styles that use twist and wrapping techniques are a lot stiffer on the head. They might be better for carrying rigid objects, whereas folded and wrapped rings can sort of deform around the objects that are put on them. So the lesson we learned is we now understand why women choose to use twisted rings versus just simply folded and wrapped rings. We understand the purpose and we understand what each of those twists is doing, how it's helping these women distribute these large loads on the head. The weight from the load isn't being directly transferred to the apex of the head, it's being absorbed as energy by these twists and folds within these textiles.